The world, the kingdom, suffereth violence, and the violence shall take it by force. If we can't live in peace, then let's die in peace.
I also did parades, and in the summertime, like on 4th of July, I used to be in 4 parades in one day. I've always told people when I got into clown makeup, I regressed into childhood. It was fun being a clown because you could be yourself or just let yourself go and act a fool.
Hello, my name is Doug, and welcome to Darker Things, the series that delves into the depths of history's most disturbing events and personalities.
Join me as we examine the early life of a man whose charismatic and manipulative tactics laid ruin to hundreds.
Jonestown, the People's Temple compound. It was here in Guyana on November 18, 1978, that over 900 people lost their lives in what many to believe to be a murder-suicide. But how did we get here? Today we uncover the beginnings of the haunting story of Jim Jones, the enigmatic leader of the infamous People's Temple. How did he come from a child to a monster preacher with a deadly agenda? Really begins the day he was born on May 13th, 1931 in Crete, Indiana. James Warren Jones grew up in a troubled household. He was born into poverty. His father was a World War I vet who was exposed to mustard gas and as a result was considered disabled and unable to work, while his mother worked long pound hours to support the family. It said that Jones, his father, was not even interested in him. It was kind of like an absent parent. He was present, he was too drunk to really foster any sort of care for Jim. His mom, again, was never there. As a young boy, Jim Jones was kind of brought in by a neighbor who started taking him to church on Sunday. So he developed a really intense interest in religion. He would attend basically just about any religious service he could for a while, until he got tired of one church, and then he would move on to another. He was even, prone to preaching to his friends. As a matter of fact, they all felt he was the awkward kid. So as a young child, Jim began to feel only accepted by the very communities and the religious communities he was in that he kept moving in and out of. His absent father was soon to be really absent, as his mom decided to move them from the small town they'd been living in Lynn, Indiana, to a metropolitan area of Indianapolis, Indiana. Jim became even more entrenched and swayed and caught up in the apostolic, charismatic Christian movement there in Indianapolis. He noticed how the pastors could really sway a crowd. And while he was a young man and impressionable, another person who could sway a crowd had taken root and had pressed a young Jim Jones. No one noticed, because no one was pouring into Jim, and that was Adolf Hitler. Jim was also interested in things like socialism, the greater good for those who are in poverty, where everybody pools their resources. Jim saw this as something much, much better than capitalism, and he began to identify in Indianapolis with his also impoverished, marginalized, and discriminated against neighbors, his black community. And that, my friends, is for the next time. Thank you again. Once again, my name is Doug. You've been watching Darker Things, with a reminder to tell you this, that once you enter the dark, you may never be the same.